Hi, this is Melanie from Hook to the Left, and today I'm going to do a little something different with you. I'm going to take you on a shopping trip. I went to Michael's, and it was a beautiful fall day, and I really wanted to share it with you. So, why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay, so we're going to start first with the road trip to Michael's. My Michael's is about, I'd say, the closest one is about 45 minutes to an hour away. So this is the road trip. Just sit back and enjoy the fall scenery. Okay, so here we are finally at Michael's, and honestly, this is the only sale item that they had when we got there. I didn't check in advance. These are some kits which are super duper cute. I actually have a Harry Potter amigurumi kit like that. And here's some of the books. I know you guys have all been to a Michael's, but you like to see different ones, I'm sure. This is some of the velour yarns, which I really, really love, or the velvet yarns, or plush, or whatever you want to call it. I love using that, especially on hair scrunchies, and I love going to the yarn store to see all of these yarns like this. Unfortunately, I don't get to go to one too often because this is my closest one. Usually I order my stuff online. I thought that that kind of pink one, and then this one up here up top with the purple in it was beautiful. And then here are some of the knitting looms, which I've tried to use, and then some other stuff like pom-pom makers and knitting needles, which my daughter was looking at while we were there. And here are the Susan Bates hook. This is a different setup, but that's where I found my the dipped ones with the ergonomic handles, and they are $2.99. I thought they were around $2, but I guess they're closer to $3. Here's some of the cakes, which I had originally put a cake, one of the skinny cakes in my cart, and I ended up putting it back to get the yarn that I decided to get. But aren't these cakes gorgeous? I'm gonna go back one of these days and fill up my cart with a bunch of cakes because they are simply beautiful. And then look at all these bright colors. I really pink up top. That was so pretty. The pink and green. But these colors are simply gorgeous. And there's my charisma yarn. Love me my charisma yarn. It is so amazing. I didn't buy any though. I bought a different yarn, which was a super bulky yarn, which you'll see that whenever we go over what I got from Michael's. But all that charisma yarn. And now back to the music and enjoying the fall weather. So I am back home now, and wasn't that a gorgeous drive? I hope you didn't mind me taking you along on my shopping trip. I know everybody's seen a Michael's, but still it gets exciting to share with other people the store that I go to and stuff like that. But I really hope that you enjoyed that. The drive was absolutely beautiful. This time of year is always gorgeous. It's my favorite time of year around here. And yeah, so let me go ahead and show you what I got. And actually something I got for my daughter. Anyway, let me just show you, right? Let me just shut up and show you. So I picked up, while I was there, you know how whenever you see the yarn and you pick it up and you put it back and you pick it up and put it back, I will tell you none of the yarn was on sale. Like no specific yarn was really, well, no, I take that back. The really thick Bernat velvet type yarn was on sale, but I also know that it's going to take me, it was on sale for like $7.99. And there was no other coupons I could use on it, and it was going to take me probably somewhere between 10 and 12 to have a decent throw. So I wasn't willing to spend that kind of money on it today. So it's not horrible. I guess it's still a throw under 100 bucks, but still, no, I think I can wait. I can wait and get it a little bit cheaper a little bit later. So anyway, I think that was the only thing that was on sale, that Bernat Stitch and Win type stuff. That was on sale. Nothing else was on sale. So but they did have a coupon for 20% off of anything that was not on sale. So I did get 20% off. Anyway, as I was going through the store, I picked up a Karen skinny cake that I was going to use, and I also picked up some Bernat velvet, crushed velvet, that I was going to use to make another hat. And I ended up putting both those back as soon as I saw this, because I knew that I needed to make a wrap out of this yarn. And I actually think that I saw Ginger pick up one skein of this yarn. I think one skein, maybe two. Maybe she got two. She was just showing one skein. Anyway, and I thought it was gorgeous when she showed it. But then when I saw it in person, I was like, nope, I'm gonna have to go ahead. I think it was Ginger. Maybe it was somebody else. Anyway, it was beautiful yarn. Somebody saw it. I saw it on somebody's channel. Anyway, I digress. So what I did find was this one yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. I put all the other yarn away because I was with it. I was shopping in a budget. I wanted to stay under a certain amount, and I did manage to stay under that certain amount, even with some little extras. But let me show you the yarn, and then I'll show you the extra stuff that I got. I hate it when it has a little hanging piece, but I'll just wrap that. There we go. Alright, so this is, and it's the new wrapper. This is Line Brand Hometown. And as Ginger would say, holy smokes. Look at that color. Wow! That is so beautiful. Wow, I love this. So when I saw this, I knew that I needed to make a wrap or something like that. I needed to make something, a shawl, a wrap, something like that, for me in this color. I love this color. So, and it'll probably work up real quick because this is a super bulky. Okay, so I'm gonna get, I got 4 skeins of it, because I want to make sure I had plenty. So I'm going to hold up the label while I read it. There we go. So that is, it's, and I know you guys can probably read for yourself, but one thing that you're not seeing on here, it does recommend one skein for a hat, 1 skein for a scarf, or 5 skeins for a sweater. And that's probably your average sized sweater. It is 8 ounces or 227 grams or 129 yards or 118 meters. 118 meters. It is a super bulky, and they recommend a 9mm hook or a 9mm needle. It is 94% acrylic, 6% rayon. It is machine washable and dryable. So the rayon might be these little flecks, I'm not sure, but regardless, oh, here we go. I started floating down, sorry about that. Regardless, this is a beautiful, so it's made in Turkey, a beautiful yarn. Says there is no dye lot on this, and the name of this is Key Largo Tweed. Maybe it was Veronica that I saw with this color, but it's just, I mean, that's just beautiful. And look at all that tweedy stuff in it. I mean, I can't wait to see how this works up, and I know it's gonna work up so quick. So I'm excited about it. I'm so excited about this. I have other projects that I'm working on. Otherwise, I would like get to work on something with this right away. But I probably should have bought 5 skeins so that I could make a pocket shawl. But you know what? I'll make the shawl and I can always add the pockets later, right? There's no dye lot on it. So like I said, nothing that I got was on sale. And but I did get 20% off of almost everything, except for I got a couple of little books, which I'll be showing you. Those you don't get the 20% off everything, which I found surprising, but okay. Alright, first something I'm going to show you is something that my daughter picked out. So I've tried to teach her how to crochet, and it doesn't work well for us. I'm not a good teacher for her. We clash too much. We're very much alike, so we clash way too much. And because of that, she really has no interest in crocheting. I've tried to get her to watch videos to learn how, but she has expressed interest in figuring out how to knit. She knows that I don't know how to knit, so I think that she doesn't feel pressure from me knowing how. I won't correct her because I don't know any better. So anyway, so she's gonna try and teach herself how to knit. So she picked up this little loops and threads kit. So it just, all this kit comes with is just the needles, which are 5mm needles, and then a very small project book, which is some of the projects. And I told her she's welcome to use some of my worsted weight yarn, and for her to learn, I have a little, like a little bonbon size thing of yarn that I got at Hobby Lobby a while back, but it was just 99 cents. And I'm like, well, use that. I had planned on using it for something specific, ended up not needing it. So use that until, and while you learn, and then whenever you're ready to do a project, pick out one of my worsted weight yarns, and then she can use that. Anyway, so, and she always said, and if I get really good, Mommy, then I can join you on your channel. I'm like, well, then you're not hooked to the left, you're knitting to the right. No, just kidding. She can always be on my channel when she wants to, but she'll probably want to do her own channel if she gets really into it. Anyway, so that's what she got. She picked that out, so we picked that up for her. And of course, while we're there, and then while we're there, I only get to Michael's maybe once every 6 months or so. I order online a lot, but I get to Michael's itself like once every 6 months because it's about 30 minutes away from me. So I do more online shopping than anything else. And so when I go there, I pick up every crochet little pattern that I can find. And out of all the ones that I found, I'll show them real quick. I'll flash them up real quick. My daughter picked up a couple of knit ones. I told her to get beginning and easy knit stuff. Well, that's an easy one. That seems like that'd be harder than easy. For knit? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not going to go through the knit patterns because those are ones that she picked out for herself to start her own little pattern book. And then these I picked up for me. So this one is my favorite. This is one that I am absolutely going to do whenever I have the time and I can get this on the project, but it's a shrug. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just speed through the rest of these little free patterns that you get from Michael's. And I just want to let you know though, if you see any of these that you really like and you can't get access to them, let me know. I only got one of each, but I can always swing by Michael's at some point later this month and see if they have it and get it for you and send it on to you. So just drop me a line at hooktotheleft@gmail.com and let me know which pattern you're interested in, and I will be happy to see if they have it still available at mymichaels.com. But these are some really super cute patterns, and it's funny, as we get towards the end, which we're close to here, I'm going to pop up a narwhal, and I got a little bit confused because it said it required 2 balls of silver, and it's just for the horn. That made no sense to me unless that's a really big narwhal. But then it was only 2 balls of the other color, so I felt like something was a little off in the requirements on that one. But if you see any that you like, let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. So those are all the free patterns that I got. I always try and pick up whatever free patterns. Hey, it's free, and sometimes I like to have the pattern in hand. And you know what, little tip, actually I need to put a piece of paper on the edges of these, but I like to store these in you know, like planner binders, which you can get them at Michael's. They have nice planner binders there, but I like to store these in planner binders because they're a different size than the full-size paper when you're printing out stuff. So now nope, not the last thing. The second to last set of things that I got 2 books, and I know that I sometimes make up my own, but I love looking at these, and this was all stuff made with Lion Brand Landscapes yarn. It's called Stripe Savvy book. So it's all stuffed with the Landscapes yarn, which, all right, so now we're gonna go through another quick speed run of this particular pattern book so you can see what's available in it. I will tell you, in this particular pattern book, the whole book calls for, and I mentioned that just a minute ago in the video, but the whole book calls for Lion Brand landscape yarns. I personally will end up using the Red Heart Unforgettable to make these patterns instead. But I did, when I was flipping through this in the store, a lot of these patterns I really liked, so I decided to go ahead and pick up the book. And you know, it's pretty reasonable for $6, and you get all of these patterns in one book, so that's really reasonable, I think. Of course, that shrug that's shown right on the front, that is available as a free pattern. At least it was when I went. I thought it was a super cute pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now while you look at that, and I'll add in a little bit of music for you. And that is it for that book. So it's a cute little book. And these are about $6, so that you get a ton of patterns in there for $6. So I really like that. And then the other book that I got was Shawls and Vests, and I think that this is, yeah, it's focusing on the shawl and a ball, or of course shawl and a cake. So that is it for the books, but again, this is another $6 books and ton of great, with one of my favorite, actually this is a shawl and a ball right here, and I didn't use the whole thing for this, but that's also another one of my favorite yarns. Now Landscape isn't one of my favorite yarns, but its Red Heart equivalent is one of my favorite yarns, so I will definitely be making some of that stuff. So I'm excited about that. And the very last thing is, I actually saw this, and again, I think it was on Veronica's video. She didn't buy it, but I saw when she was looking at them in the stores. I did not realize this, but I found this very interesting. So this is a Susan Bates hook, but this is kind of a thin it's almost like it was dipped in like a rubber. But it's an ergonomic hook but it's Susan Bates, and they were selling these individually, and I had them in the shopping video, but they were selling these individually for $2.99, and I went ahead so I can check them out and see how they feel. They're very light. I mean, it's Susan Bates aluminum, so, and it's just feels like it's dipped in some sort, like Dairy Queen when they dip that ice cream. You know what I'm talking about? So it feels like it's kind of like that, but it's much neater, it's not this drippy thing. Anyway, I wanted to see how they feel. So I got a 5mm and a 5.5mm, just to check them out, see how they are. And that is it for my shopping haul at Michael's. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit longer because I did the shopping section and then I got what I have section here. But I hope that you really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up down below. And if you like things like shopping trips or yarn hauls or tutorials or product reviews or just anything crochet stuff, crochet wise, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as hit the bell so that you're reminded every time I put out a new video. So thank you so much for joining me today and going on this little trip with me. I greatly appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye bye.